You know, I just find it so fascinating that they put this shot of the Rainbloods here in this opening movie. Alright, though, let's jump back into it. Yeah, the Rainbloods. Hold on. Now, at this point, the Rainbloods, they haven't even been mentioned yet, besides what we saw in the bookcase, right? Yeah, that is interesting. Okay, but anyway, the grinding is done. It, what's a good way to word this? It took a long fucking time, as you guys can see. So here's our file before I started grinding, and this is just before the first promotion. So if you notice, 17 plus 40 will bring us up to what we are here at now. 40 hours later, we are fucking ready to continue. Now, I mean, listen, this was nuts. I gotta admit, this was a fucking nightmare. This was probably the worst grinding session I've done on the YouTube channel thus far. But, you know, I've told you guys many times, you know, I like to make these videos, like, I like to be well prepared. I like to make this shit, you know, high quality. You know, I love you guys. Yes, you watching. I love you right now. So, I make sure to put the effort in to be prepared, but sometimes I take it to insane levels. So, the reason this took so long, of course, is, I believe Rock has it equipped. Yes, I used the Swift Boots. Now, I am 100% sure on how the breaking and repairing system works with items and accessories in Shining Force 3 now. Apparently, it's just a random chance. I don't know if it's 50-50. It seems like you have a better chance of it not breaking than it breaking, because I had one sequence in which I think I used the Swift Boots 15, 16, or 17 times in a row without it breaking. I lost count, but it was somewhere around there. And so another reason it took so long is because the Swift Boots break, and then I gotta repair it. So then we gotta egress back to town, and I have to make sure that I'm grinding up money at the same time, because not only do I need to fix the Swift Boots, but there's a lot of shit we're gonna need to buy soon. So I had to really get my ass in gear. Now, I think I explained a little bit beforehand that the main reason I wanted to do this was because the next chapter, the next couple fights are really strong gimmick fights, and it can be kind of tough to go through those with that no death run intact. Now, the battle where we would have been able to get to level 20 just by killing enemies would have been the last battle of the next chapter. A very fun battle. Now, I already mapped out our plan for the rest of the scenario. I am going to be grinding in that battle, the last battle of Chapter 4, but that's just strictly going to be to get a significant amount of money, because then when Chapter 5 starts out, we'll have the smithy available so we can, you know, get our large mithrils and our small mithrils, and create accessories and weapons and such. Now, that is particularly important because if you guys remember in Scenario 1, when we were at Quonos Village, we were able to buy some accessories. Some, you know, defensive accessories. We got a bunch of defense bracers and stuff. But here in Scenario 2, we haven't had that chance. So a number of people either don't have, like, you know, accessories, or they're crap ones. Like, you know, Bernard has a loincloth, or, you know, the silver ring's not really that great. You know, I want to get better stuff than that. So I'm going to want to be well prepared for that. Alright, what else do I have to go over? Of course, we're in this battle at the exact same point I left us off before. We have the Dark Kraken head, and we have one Kraken arm. This shouldn't be too bad. We'll be able to get through this pretty easily. So let's just go ahead and go through all the characters now. Okay, so we got Median, of course. Now, as far as levels go, a couple of our characters have gotten some levels, like Julian is at level 4. I think Hazuki's at 4 as well. David's at 3. Campbell's at 2, you know, Hedva. The reason that they're leveled up is just because I was grinding for money. You know, I wasn't really going for levels. I just wanted to get promoted, but there's not much I could have done. Now, Median and Julian both actually have level 3 for their main weapons now. So Median has Centurion there, and Julian, who I grinded to make sure he had level 3 Blade. Well, when we get over to his turn, I'll show it. But we have level 3 blades for Julian. That'll be useful for when he transfers over to Scenario 3. That way, you know, he'll be all set up. Okay, so those two. And of course, you know, now that the heroes, they now also both have Spark. Julian's stats are pretty good. Median, of course, is by far our best party member right now. Zero is our only character who's not promoted, but he is level 20. Now, the reason he's not promoted, of course, guys, is because when I egress back to town, it, you know, acts as though we haven't been to this battle yet. So Zero's not with us, and then, you know, going back into the battle, and, like, Zero shows up halfway through, same as always and all that. So, we'll be able to promote him at the start of the next fight. We got Synthesis over here. She's looking pretty solid. Blaze 3. We got Hedva, who has Freeze 3, and she has Zephyrus. Now, Zephyrus is very good. This is a summon with a range of 3, so Hedva is going to be quite useful. Now, Arudo is up to level 14 promoted. Very, very high. Of course, that's just from healing and shit. Now, I don't care how high his level gets, because he's not going to be fighting. He's mainly just going to be healing for us. And, you know, eventually, you know, I need to get him towards towards Aura 4 anyway, which is a very, very high level for him to get. And he has level 3 Ankhs, so he's got Apocalypse. Here's Campbell, nothing too different, crazy about him. David, I did want to talk about this. I think I mentioned it quickly before I had, you know, went to the grinding session. Like, leveling up in this game, you have normal level ups until about level 15, and then from 15 to 18, you have kind of random, usually bad level ups. Like, you know, David at level 16 would get, like, 1 attack and 1 defense, and, you know, level 17, he'd get, like, 1 health, something like that. David is a little bit of a unique case in that I think from every level, once he goes 12, 13, 14, and 15, he gets attack 3 every time. So if you promote David at like level 10, you lose a huge, huge bonus he gets to his attack. So if you guys notice, his attack is 52. That's the second highest on the force, I believe, besides Median. Like, David is really, really powerful now. Okay, so that's David. We got my girl Hazuki. I should mention, every character has level 2 for all of their weapon types at minimum. And then Median and Julian, they have level 3 for their primary weapons. So we'll see all those as we move forward. Nothing too crazy with Rock. Waltz, this is her second to last battle with us. Now, if you guys look, her stats are slightly better than Bernard's. They're pretty close, but Waltz is definitely better as terms of stats. But Waltz is just too damn slow, I don't care. Now, we'll see. Maybe down the line, I will give her, like, the Turbo Pepper or Running Pimento, whatever it's called in this game. I actually can't remember off the top of my head now. Damn. But whoever I give that to, or the Movement Ring, we'll see, we'll see. But for now, I will be taking Waltz out after the next fight. Bernard, of course, and then Donhort. Now, after this battle, of course, I'm going to be taking that white ring off of him. He's not going to need that. Well, actually, maybe I will keep that on him, just to keep him extra safe, because I don't want to lose my no-death run from a character I can't control. But I did make sure that Donhort got an extra level, which was pretty easy, and I'm pretty sure it was a good level, too. He got, like, 3 health and 2 defense or something like that, which I really liked. Now, I also gave Donhort a Power Spear to give him extra range. That's more or less for the next battle. Now, the other thing I gotta mention is that Donhort sucks, and that he's got 0 weapon level for spears, and I think he's got, what, 1 for halberd? So that is annoying, because his exact stats carry over into Scenario 3, so it's like, man, Donhort, come on, you motherfucker. You know, we're gonna have a lot of catching up to do with Donhort. I wish I would have been able to control him in this fight. I could have gotten him... Oh, I easily could have gotten him to level 3 for both of his weapon types. But, you know, that's all we can do. Okay, so I think that pretty much explains everything at this point. I think we're ready to just go ahead and knock this fight out. I mean, we got the promotions done. There's only going to be 2 more grinding sessions in Scenario 2. The last battle of the next chapter to get a lot of money, and then the Hero's Test here in Scenario 2, because of course there is a Hero's Test in every scenario. Okay, so the Dark Kraken. Let's talk a little about the Dark Kraken now. Now, the Dark Kraken actually has a magical barrier. We have to use the Elbasum Orb to destroy that. So let's get Median out there. Now, I do want to be careful too. I'm actually not going to send Hedva up there, even though Hedva has Zephyrus, because the Dark Kraken has a number of annoying abilities that he can hit us with. And I'm only going to send some heavy hitters up here. Hazuki has good health, good movement, good range, so we'll bring her up. Synthesis with your 30 health. You only have a range of 2 anyways, so you can just stay back here. Whatever. Yes, obviously we need Julian up here. Oh yeah, let me equip Julian's Iron Blade so we could take a look. This is awesome. I love Julian's level 3 attack. It's called fucking Dimension! It's like the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z when every time they talk about like a power difference, like, oh, Majin Buu is in a completely different dimension than me. Like, that's usually the terminology they go with in Japanese Dragon Ball Z. Alright, but yeah, let's keep getting characters up. We'll bring Rock up here. Bernard, your range is only 2 for now. So we'll just keep a lot of these boys back here. We're gonna let Median and Julian and the heavy hitters really handle this. David, yeah, I think we could bring David forward. Now, Zero is not gonna be coming out here. Zero is not that strong since he's obviously the only character not promoted as of right now. Alright, so here comes the Kraken arm, and we're in range. Now, the Dark Kraken has a number of abilities that could pop out. You know, Bubble Breath, so it's using a Squirtle technique right now. 13! So, you know, think about it. 13 didn't seem that much, hitting Median, who had 57 fucking health. But, let me twist this around for you. Imagine we're level 9 unpromoted Hedva, who had, what, like 14 or 15 health? That's all of a sudden a real problem. So this guy can be a little annoying if you're not promoted. Alright, let's go ahead and break his barrier, though. And I love this. They took away, like, the flashing effect. So using the Elbasum Orb and certain techniques is way, way less painful on the eyes now, which is very, very nice of them to do. Okay, so we'll bring Arudo out here. We don't need to heal Median just yet. Alright, let's focus on getting rid of this damn arm. Yeah, we'll go with the Shuriken, that's fine. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, the Kraken arms, they are kind of tough, even against us, you know, promoted like this. Maybe I should bring some... I probably should have brought Hedva up here anyway, because she does have that 2 health. Okay, so I think we gotta use long range. The only, like, you know, 1 spot away attack we can have is where Median is at. Now, here we go. Julian and Median have that friendship bonus, baby. Oh, Twin Slash. Bitch. Bitch. Oh, 41? Alright, well, I guess I'm not going to need that many characters up here after all. We'll start moving Campbell up. These fuckers could just stay back. Now, the Dark Kraken does have another attack that has an area of effect, but he doesn't usually use that one that often. He doesn't bust that out very often at all. And Danhort pretty much just follows Median around like kind of a lost puppy. You know, that's how that works. So, like, if I kept Median at the start of the map, Danhort would stay at the start of the map. Okay, so you're going for... Oh, Julian. Yeah, he's going for Julian. That makes sense. I was wondering when he passed up Median, I was like, Nani? But then it made sense. He's going for the other hero. Oh, no. Whatever are we gonna do? I think we're gonna fucking kick your ass. Oh, man. You know, I'd love to hit him with this. Median is not gonna do 104. No, he couldn't. Oh, I was hoping... I really thought he was gonna use Centurion. That would have been dope. Because I want to get rid of the Kraken arm before we finish this off. Okay, so let's have... I guess we can have Arudo attack it. Why not, right? Just to get this bitch dead? Sure, sure, sure. Let's go with a Tornado level 3 here. Oh, I should have just attacked and seen if we could have gotten Apocalypse. Oh, 22. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, as far as friendships went, we did, you know, get a bunch of friendships with different people. I believe Arudo and Synthesis actually now have soulmate status. But I don't think there's any other real notable ones besides that. And really, most of the characters that are going to be on our, you know, Scenario 2 final team, we have anyway. Really, the only characters on the map here, now that I look at it, who aren't going to be on our Scenario 2 final team, Julian won't be there. Don Hort won't be there. And Waltz won't be there. That's it. So, we pretty much already have the final team. Yeah, you don't get that many party members in Scenario 2. Alright, so now at this point, I mean, not really too tough here once you, are promoted, so we'll just go ahead and start smacking the shit out of them. Oh, what? What? It's just floating there! Julian! Julian, come on now. Come on, son! You should be ashamed of yourself there. Disrespectful to us. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, 32. Hey, Median, how's that friendship going? You know what? I think I'm actually gonna... I was gonna kill it with Median, but let's just finish it off with Rock right here. Yeah, this should do it. Bye! Oh! Laughing at the death of the Kraken. I love it, Rock. And then we get a level up. Okay. 2, 2, 2. That's fine. Good shit, Rock. Alright, so not so bad for a boss, you know, after you're promoted. It would have been a little bit more difficult before we were promoted, but not that much. Because if you guys remember, Median was still a fucking monster beforehand anyway. But alright, yeah, it was the motherfucking Kraken. I guess we can't be too shocked there. Alright, so that Imperial army that, you know, was missing, the reason why Rogan shut the pathway to Elbasam down, yeah, they must have gotten killed by this Dark Kraken here. Alright, and that last line, did the Kraken always attack people? And we never saw hideous things before. Well, we know why that is. That would be the destruction of the Elbasam statue, allowing these dark beasts to roam free. And yeah, if Zero didn't show up, we would have been killed. It was only through the power of the Elbasam Orb that we were able to defeat the Dark Kraken in the first place. Yep, here we go. Destruction of the Elbasam statue. Now, we did hear this before from Benetram on the bridge after, you know, we fought Garzel and Edmund and them. But it was after that scene when Khan explained the full ramifications of what the statue's destruction meant to the rest of Scenario 1, and then remember that caused Zero to fly up and catch the Median with the Elbasam Orb at, you know, Symbios's, He agreed or let him go. Fuck, I lost my word. I hate when I do that. Damn it. Alright, anyway. Yeah. Yes, we remember Khan. We sure do. Khan's a good guy. Alright, it kept the evil beasts at bay and weakened the power of darkness. So I guess that is also a good excuse for why enemies, you know, continually get stronger throughout the game. I like that. That actually works really well, now that I think about it. Okay, and then also the Balsam sect. Their power is going to be, you know, much more ferocious now that the statue's destroyed. Yeah, we saw that back in Stump Village, actually. Right, Zero wasn't with us when we were at Stump Village. Yeah, because Zero kind of would have broke that first fight there in Stump Village. Obviously, that's why. And the second battle as well, when there was like that kind of choke point with all the magic users. That's actually a really tough fight to get through with no deaths, so I am quite pleased that we were able to do that. So this battle we're about to fight in Elbasam is going to be rough as shit. Alright, onwards. We also got to get my man Zero promoted here. We have a powerful weapon with which to battle them. Yes, the Elbasum Orb. Oh, I don't know, Don Hort, the one we just used on the Kraken, you bitch. Come on. Yeah, it's a very effective weapon against evil. You know, what we just did in the battle, Don Hort. God damn it. Don Hort gets a lot of flack because of how awful he is in Scenario 2, but I want to give him more respect than, you know, he's gotten to this point. I'm not going to look down on Don Hort. That's my goal for the rest of Scenario 2. Even, well, yeah, well, that's, alright, I'm going to change that. That's my goal for Chapter 4 of Scenario 2. So I might leave the white ring on him. I have not decided yet. Time for us to leave. Yeah. Because no other character really has incredibly low defense. Because there's another accessory in the next town I can get to give to Zero to help him out. So yeah, I think I will leave that white ring on Don Hort, but I gotta be careful and not forget and leave it on him, because otherwise he'll take it over with him in Scenario 3, but I want that white ring here in Scenario... Well, I guess I could let them have that white ring in Scenario 3. That probably would help out quite a bit, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know, I might do that, actually. We'll see, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, this was the last battle of the chapter. So yep, we are in Stump Village, and we learned about Gracia. So we went to Baron, but General Rogan had already fucked off. So now we're going to Elbasum so we can go help Gracia out. We gotta help out Shining Force 3 Jesus. Can't let him go down.